A green card holder just lost their status at a US airport, and they didn't even realize it until it was too late. Surprised. If you travel internationally, this can happen to you too. And there's one mistake, just one, that causes people to lose everything. I'll show you exactly what that is. But you need to stay with me, because missing this could cost you your future. Serious. I'm Edward, and you're watching Global Entry News, where we break down what others don't tell you so you can stay protected. Right now, across the United States, something is changing. Lawful permanent residents, people who have lived here for years, worked, paid taxes, built families, are landing at airports and getting stopped immediately. Not for a routine check, but for hours of questioning, device searches, and in some cases, pressure to sign documents they don't fully understand. And this is where things get serious. Size. Because what happens in that room can determine whether you walk out or lose your green card. As of March 2026, immigration attorneys across the U.S. are reporting a sharp increase in green card holders being sent to secondary inspection. Now that might sound normal, but it's not what it used to be. This is where you're taken into a separate room, away from everyone, no clear timeline, no easy answers, and sometimes no idea what's about to happen next. But here's what most people don't realize. Everything depends on one decision. CBP decides whether you are a returning resident or an arriving alien. If you're treated as a returning resident, you're usually fine. But if they classify you as an arriving alien, everything changes. You can be denied entry. You can be detained. You can be placed into removal proceedings. And you don't get to choose that. They do. So what triggers this? Let's break it down. The first major factor is time. If you've been outside the U.S. for more than 6 months, officers may question your intent. More than a year without a re-entry permit? They may assume you abandoned your status. But wait, it gets worse. Even something from your past, something you thought was finished, can come back. Old criminal records, minor offenses, even cases from years ago. Right now, those can trigger serious scrutiny the moment you land. And here's what's new in 2026. Your digital life is now part of the equation. Yes, your phone, your laptop, your social media. CBP officers can review your devices. They can look at your online activity, and what they find can be used during your inspection. This is the part most people never see coming. Now picture this. You've just landed after a long flight. You're exhausted. You just want to go home. Then you hear it. Step aside. You're taken into a separate room. They start asking questions. Where did you go? Why so long? What ties do you still have in the US? Minutes turn into hours. Then suddenly, they take your phone. You're sitting there, waiting. No clarity, no control, and then a document is placed in front of you. You can sign this and make things easier. This is the moment that changes everything, because that document could be Form I-407, the form that gives up your green card voluntarily, and once you sign it, there's almost no going back. This is not rare. This is happening right now. So listen carefully. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. I do not wish to abandon my lawful permanent resident status. I decline to sign this form. I would like to speak with an attorney. Stay calm, stay respectful, but do not sign under pressure, because only an immigration judge, not an officer at the airport, can make a final decision about your status. And here's something else that might surprise you. Some green card holders are being questioned about their beliefs, their associations, even their online activity, but you are not powerless. You still have rights. You are not required to answer questions about your political or religious views. You can remain respectful and still protect your boundaries. Now here's where you take control. Before your next trip, prepare. If you plan to stay outside the U.S. for more than 6 months, apply for a re-entry permit before leaving. Keep proof of your life in the U.S. tax returns, job records, lease or mortgage, bank statements. These matter more than you think. If you have any criminal history, even minor, talk to an immigration attorney before traveling. Check your social media, know what's visible, and write down an attorney's contact information on paper, because your phone can be taken. And if you know someone with a green card, don't wait. Send them this video right now, because this is the kind of information people only wish they had after it's too late. Here's the bigger picture. In 2026, immigration enforcement is changing fast. Biometrics are expanding. Screening is more advanced. AI tools are being used. Everything is becoming more detailed, more strict, more controlled, which means you need to be more prepared than ever before. If you are ever detained, remember this. You have the right to contact your consulate. You have the right to ask for an interpreter. You have the right to refuse signing documents you don't understand. And you have the right to see an immigration judge. Never give that up. At the end of the day, this isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Because the people who lose their green cards are often the ones who didn't know what was happening. And the ones who protect themselves are the ones who stay calm, know their rights, and make the right decisions under pressure. Here on Global Entry News, we make sure you're never walking into these situations unprepared. And if you're here with me, Edward, just know this: you're not alone.